Good morning. 9:25 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, October 27th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I'm going to do it in my laundry room today because it's only 35 degrees outside, or 37 degrees here in the great state of Michigan this morning. XRP right now is looking a little volatile, possibly to the upside. We've held this 51.17 level. That's very important if we don't want to re-break back down, at least in the short term. And then we can start pushing our way back up. We've got little resistance up ahead. We've had about a 58% surge in trading volume in roughly the last 24 hours. That we'll read an article that touches into this and exactly what the details are. But it definitely, as far as like looking hot here, it's good on this Sunday in the thinly traded market. We get the rally that we're going to get, and then if we can re-break back up and this does turn into this W reversal, this is where we can get hot. We talked about the possibility. I drew this out before the drop, and it just happened to drop identically to the way we had it. And then it's either it makes a decision, does it come down to 42.30? I'm not so sure about that. Like, I know where the target is at, but unless we lose 48.6 cents, and we lose the 2018 resistance that's been acting as support for the first time the last about month and a half since an about 7-year downtrending resistance since we had all-time highs in January of 2018. Then we hit the swing low in March of 2020. So it took 27 months to get there. And now we're on the top side of this formation. We bounced off it as support. We actually put in a beautiful double bottom if it can bounce out of here. But 51.11 was the first area to hold. Then we got to break past because that was the technical drop point. Now we've got the pivot point at 51.59. If you're on top of 51.59, that's actually not a bad sign. If you get rejected here, it's very bearish. So we've got to get back over this so that we don't come back down. It looks like we got a small bull flag set up though. Like on the drop point, just because the volume has been trashed the last couple days and we haven't got that explosiveness we've been looking for, that doesn't invalidate the fact that even in a bearish moment, you can set up bullish opportunities. And on the drop, we set up what looks like a bull flag that's starting to break to the top side now. If that plays out true, that bull flag will have you somewhere up here. It could retest this area right here at the 200 and the 2 hourly, which would be pretty precise at 53.4. If it got above that, then yes, it could retest the rising channel breakdown. But that's not the area I would be targeting at 56. This is a little exaggerated on this chart. I'd be looking at the XRP USDT one that I have labeled out. Let's see where it's at. You know what? It's all the way up to 55 cents now. So first layer to hold would be 17. And then if we could hold that layer and we hold this pivot point, we did set up a small bull flag here. And it back tested it a little bit here. So, I mean, we could get hot here. We would know if we get above 51.59, we could get a surge here. 30-minute. I mean, they're suggesting if we can get over this point, you got 52 cents that you'd come up to in the 200-day, which would be a hard area to push. And then if you get past that, you got the 2 hour that you could certainly look up here at the 53.4. Now, volume looking a little better than it did yesterday at a time. And then we consolidated back down, like back here, terrible. And we knew we had to come down a little bit. And then it did. It came down to 50.5 from 51.4. And then we got a little bit of a, after here, we got a little bit of a uptick. Not much, but we went from 343 to 1.026 to 667 to 1.02 million. Then it fell out a little bit on the consolidation candles, which is actually a good sign. Now, if we can get a surge in volume, you know, coming up after this candle, we certainly could make some noise. Just remember, though, if we fall below 51.59, it's not, or if we don't break 51.59, that's a bearish signal. But it does look like it's got some power here to come up a little bit higher. We'll see what happens. And then let's just say we get a rejection at 51.59, and we lose 51.17. That's how you know we're probably trending in the wrong direction. So it's a very tight setup right now. But if you're looking for some optimism, the optimism would be the fact that we came down and we formed this double bottom setup. And if it bounces out of here, it could be a big W reversal here. But just as much as it could be a big reversal, right now we've got to invalidate the death cross in the daily. Otherwise, it's still bearish. in the daily time frame to invalidate this, there's a rejection point up here at about 53.5. See, it makes sense to come up there. Makes sense if we can stay hot. Now, obviously with market manipulation, you never know, but it does look like we're trending in the right direction to end this weekend. However, we go from a thinly traded weekend to a fully surged weekend here tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we've got to pay attention. So at least good news here this morning, good mojo, up to 51.50. If we can break over this resistance right here, then we can start pushing up towards the 200-day and the 30-minute at 52.10 approximately. Then we can open it up to the 200-day and the 2-hourly, which is around 53.4, 53.5, which actually makes sense because in the daily, that's the 20-day moving average. You could get a rejection right at that point and confirm that this death cross is still moving. So even in bearish moments, you can have surges, and this is one of them, it looks like. Now, how long does it maintain? That'll be the question we watch going forward. And then before I leave, I want to read this about the trading volume. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. I would greatly, greatly appreciate and encourage everybody watching this content right now to hit that like button. I will be recommended by YouTube. And yesterday we didn't do a great job. We had just over 1,000 views, no recommendations. If we can get hot and people would hit the like button and share this and comment, I don't even care if you call me a scumbag, just get the analytics moving. And instead of having 1,000 views, if I get recommended, it has anywhere between 1,700 and 2,500 views. It's such a big, you're talking about 700 to 1,500 views per video I lose just simply because my audience will not hit the like button at a ratio that is good enough for YouTube. So if you respect the work I do, if you respect the time I put in, and I see a lot of people in the comments, oh, I'm not going to hit the like button because you tell me to hit the like button. Congratulations, you become, exactly what you reap is what you sow. Pay it forward for the time. Show that good karma, that good camaraderie, show that togetherness. Hitting the like button is not a difficult venture. Other than that, in the video description below and our pinned comments, if you'd like to join me on Motivated Monday, Winning Wednesdays, and FOMO Fridays, when we buy in on Algo and IOTA and IOTX, if we have another drop point here, if we get this rejection at the death cross, that would be on BITUNIX. So yes, IOTA, IOTX, and Algo would be on BITUNIX. That's in the video description below and our pinned comments to use the exchange. There's no VPN or KYC. You can leverage, you can spot trade, you can do whatever you want. And then if you're looking to also trade with me for VELO, which is on the Stellar Network, I'm using HOTCOIN to buy VELO, XRP, Bitcoin pairing. If I do it and a couple other things, that's also in the video description below and our pinned comments. You don't need a VPN or KYC there either, and you can trade worldwide. And they have XRP as well, so pay attention. Other than that, if you appreciate my time, consider joining Tom's Army. You can send a YouTube super chat, or you can simply hit that like button. I can't force you, but if you do appreciate what I do, hit that like button. XRP, the 7th largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, has seen an increase in trading volume, skyrocketing by 58% in the last 24 hours. This spike coincides with a broader sell-off in the cryptocurrency market, which saw a staggering 377 million in liquidations. Cryptocurrency fell broadly on Friday following a report that the U.S. was investigating stablecoin issuer Tether for violations of sanctions and anti-money laundering regulations. Paolo Ardonia, Tether CEO and CTO at BITUNIX, took to act shortly after the piece, saying that WSJ is regurgitating old noise. According to Ardonia, there is no indication that Tether is being investigated. Meanwhile, in the last 24 hours, XRP's trading volume has risen 58.62% over 1.36 billion or 2.66 billion XRP. According to CoinMarketCap data, this increase in volume might be an indicator of market activity as traders either seek to capitalize on price movements or adjust their positions in response to the market sell-off. At the time of writing, and now we've moved back up, it was down 2.29, or XRP was down 2.29%. The past data trade at 51.6, and then it was down 7%. But as we see, not much has happened. We're still at right around that 51.6 area. Like, nothing has happened. We're still in that exact same moment. So it's a good time to read this. So according to CoinGlass data, crypto tracked futures saw over 377 million in liquidations in the past 24 hours as the market dipped, representing a 182% increase. Traders betting on higher prices lost more than 308.76 million. Those betting on Bitcoin and Ethereum lost 44.21 million and 45.64 million respectively. The largest single liquidation order was on Binance, a Bitcoin trade valued at $3.59 million. So somebody lost $3.5 million on a Bitcoin long in the futures market. Unbelievable. A liquidation occurs when an exchange terminates a trader's leverage position because the trader is unable to meet the margin requirements. A silver lining to this is that a cascade of liquidations may foreshadow a price reversal due to an overreaction in market sentiment. In a recent tweet, Sentiment shared this viewpoint, stating that assuming markets keep their underwhelming trajectories going into the weekend, expect for sentiment to begin reflecting some much-needed FUD, which would in turn imply a market bounce in the start of the next week. And look, they put that out on Friday. Now we're on Sunday, and the market's showing signs of that exact little recovery. Not saying that it would be a recovery fully, but it's a market bounce, and it could just come up to the death cross rejection, which is right around 53.5 cents if it gets hot. So pay attention. Make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. If you guys are hitting the like button, you're sharing this, I may come back on later today. I got to go to my dad's at 12 o'clock. If we're getting good camaraderie and we're getting good back and forth, I may do a live tonight. If not, I'll see everybody Monday. I'll still do a short today, but I'm going to give it out the way I get it back. So make sure you hit that like button, and I will come in more and more and more if you guys show me that added support. I can only do as much as I can do, but I will do over, and I will be overzealous if you guys overzealously hit the like button and you show me that same respect. You respect me, I respect you by coming on even more.